Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager, the Underdog Challenge. We're in Season 4, and we have only 2 more races to go. That is Vancouver in Canada, and then I think Phoenix in the US of A. And we live in a new world, a world where Ferrari can actually get a 1-2. I don't know if you guys watched the season opener, but that was very fun in real Formula 1. Shame for me as a Dutchman that Max's power unit couldn't make it till the end, but that was insanely fun. Really cool to see Ferrari doing well again. Hopefully they can keep that pace up for the rest of the season, because I would much rather not have another season of Mercedes dominance or just Red Bull dominance. Would be really cool. But yeah, that is a side note. I hope you guys enjoyed the Formula 1 this weekend. Let's get into the game then. Vancouver GP. Medium speed corners, high speed corners, and top speed are all important. Top speed a little bit less. And it doesn't look like we'll have any rain. It's ultra soft and soft, high tire wear, medium fuel burn, and 31 laps. So that is all not exactly in our favor, I think, but we'll see how we do. Yeah, tight qualifying battle. Yada, yada, yada. Margate agent has been telling you that all overtime that you're interested in signing as client up next season. Let's have a look at him. He is now buttered up. And we haven't actually scouted him, so let's have a look, I guess. From his estimate, he seems like a pretty good driver. Also, that is a sick stash to rock, Winston, my man, at age 26. That is a... You look a lot older, but... Well, you are a professional driver, so you're doing well in life, let's just say. Yeah, his stats are good across the board. So that could be interesting for us. We'll see. At the very least, he's interested in signing for us now. So we always get that option. Let's have a quick look, because I'm not scouting anyone. I haven't done that in ages. You actually don't have a team, really? Your smoothness is horrible. That's a shame, because your marketing is alright. He's suspicious about media reports. I don't know why, because you don't have a job. So I don't know what anyone wrote about you, but it says, like, I read that story in the paper, not cool, boss. You don't have a boss. But okay. Yeah, okay. He actually only has like 41% marketability. He gets a plus 30 from a temporary buff. So he's not interesting at all, actually. Let's have a quick look, because if there is anyone we haven't scouted yet, there is actually lots of people we haven't scouted yet. Not many that are cheap or out of a job right now, but we might as well get them going, because the season end is upon us soon, and we will be having to make some decisions regarding our driver lineup. I think both our drivers will be out of a contract very soon. So we should actually be scouting as much as we can and identifying any potential replacements for either of our 2 drivers. They do have both good, decent marketability. I think one of them is at like 70%. That should be probably enough for now. Don't need to do much more than this. I should have been doing this all season. I think I just forgot, but either way, it's okay. Yeah, but both of them are up the chopping block. I don't particularly care for keeping both. Kowalski is semi-cheap. Tulipano costs quite a bit. I think both of them will want quite a bit of money if we were to renew right now. I think they would be interested, yeah. And yeah. So I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do. We'll definitely probably keep Farah. Well, he has a 15-month contract, so that's fine either way. Yeah, I'm not sure about Tulipano and Vahovsky. I like Tulipano's smoothness stat. Not sure about Vahovsky. He's alright. I don't like his crash happy trait. -2 focus. Luckily, his focus is decent. It was like 14, so we'll see what we do. But if you have any tips or just opinions about these 2 drivers, let me know. Obviously, we have the rule where we have driver aids currently in the rule set, so that makes the driver skill a lot less important. We could potentially go for a cheaper driver. On the other hand, money isn't really an issue for us, so any benefit we can obviously lose. And I would like to push for promotion next season already, so we might just stick with our good drivers. We'll see. We'll also see maybe next episode what is available to us, as we do still have 3 months on the contract of both our drivers. All right, we have built a new front wing. We're still, of course, repairing the car, but we can already make a new part. And what would that part be is then the question. Obviously, suspension, we can't do legendary parts, so I don't particularly care about that. What is this one? Nah, this is useless. This we can't, because we don't have a great brake facility. Might just do another front wing, to be honest. Yeah, that seems fine. It's also a cheap part, so the 800k doesn't cost us too much. Looks like we're still in first for the engine and acceleration, the gearbox. That bar looks very full, so hopefully it'll stay like that. As for money, all 3 of our fixed payment sponsor slots are actually opened up now, so that should bring in some great cash revenue. We'll see how that actually shakes out. Hopefully, we probably won't get the very good sponsor deals that we have been using for a while, because they have a cooldown period. 117 days for 5-star sponsor contracts, but we'll see. I think we do need to start working on this front wing. I imagine we're not going to be building more front wings, because I don't think we have the... Yeah, we don't have the building at all. So that means this will be our... One of the 2 front wings that we're going to bring into the season. Means we have to start upgrading it. I think all the other parts that we're going to be taking with are good to go. Yep, you're good. You're good. And you guys are good. All right. Yeah, I think we're fine then. So it's just about these last few parts. Rear wing obviously going to get spec parted, so I don't bother making any parts or tuning their performance. Should be fine. All right, we're getting some sponsor offers. This one is already full. 3k up front plus 400 per race, 6.5k up front, or... Oh, this one obviously immediately falls off. This is about, what, like 600k per race. This one is like 700k per race. It's also 1 race less, so... Yeah, this one is a little bit less than 600k per race, and this one is 700. So that means we're just going to take Ambrosina. There's also something to be said about the upfront payment being so much. Oh, and these are horrible. Since you get like 3 million earlier, you can definitely make the case to get a little bit less money overall, but more upfront normally. But in this case, we got more money overall and more upfront, so that's obviously fine. 27 lap race on average. Now, I think our car is going to be one of the best cars on the grid next season. Maybe not the best, because we do still have a mediocre brake set and a mediocre suspension and a bad front wing. But in terms of engine and gearbox, which are the most important parts, we're going to be great. So the question is, in that case, I think actually shorter lap or shorter races will actually kind of be bad for us. The shorter a race is, the more chaotic the results can be, because a bad team can basically get lucky and have a good pit stop, and you have a bad pit stop, and then you don't have any time to sort of catch up on that gap. So on average, I think we will be better off with longer races, actually. Now, I do actually think we're gonna abstain. Yeah, as you can see, the shorter the times, the more it will benefit lower quality teams. But I think we're gonna abstain just because we don't have that many votes, and I would like to save our votes for the World Motorsport Championship. So whatever happens, happens. I guess we're just going to let it ride. It is getting approved, which is a shame. I would have preferred it didn't, but I also didn't want to spend 2 votes on it. And that's the minimum we would have needed to get it for sure approved or disapproved. In this case, disapproved. So I'm fine with this. I mean, it makes for slightly shorter episodes, I guess. It's only 4 laps less per race, and I think we'll be all right either way. We'll be able to make it work. We are not taking any of these. These are horrible. Nope. No, thank you. We'll let them expire. That's going to do... Yeah, it's going to be 2 races till it expires. I'm fine with that. This one... I don't particularly like these ones either, honestly. I mean, 700 up front and 300 per... Yeah, this is just so bad. I think it's just because we took the best contracts, right? We even sort of sandbagged and let some races or some contract offers expire just to take Zygon, which cost us a bit of money, but was still profitable. But now again, we're gonna have to do the same thing. But I think I'm honestly okay with that. Problem is, it will bleed us money, of course. Yeah, we've already done that this season. Can't ask for more. Yeah. Because right now we're only getting 400,000. That's bad, obviously. But I can't really justify taking these contracts because we'd be locking ourselves in for 10 races with most of it. I mean, this one is 6 races, I guess, but this is really bad. And same for these, like you're locking yourself in for a minimum of like, let's say we take this one because it's the best one out of all of these. You lock yourself in for 10 races of just mediocre crap payment. Whereas if you wait for a little while, also the season is ending, so that means 117 days are going to pass very quickly. We would get Zygon or any of the other good contracts, which we had previously. Almost guaranteed, I guess. So, yeah, this sucks, but we're going to leave them open. I think that will benefit us more in the end. All right. Our test track has just been upgraded. Very cool. Level 2. That means I think we now get an extra turn, like a little bit of an extra thing for our car to go on. And also this bend I don't think was there before, so that's kind of cool. Wonder if it actually takes the other turn sometimes. Like, does it go like whoop? It does. That is very cool. Nice. All right. We're definitely not upgrading it yet to legendary. I don't think we need to at all. It's also way too costly. 18 million. We don't have that in the bank. I'm watching this because I'm curious if it will ever take the other corner. I think it went like this. So is it gonna go like this now? Yes. I think it took the other one before, right? Let's see here. Does it take this one now? No. Oh, maybe it's just doing the same round every time. All right, fair enough. I don't think we'll be making another engine. We don't really have the time for that, so probably not, but we'll see. We can have a look once our new front wing is done. There you go. And that's a pretty good front wing right there. All right, so the question is now, are we going to build any more parts at all? We have 8 days left till the Vancouver GP, then it will be another, let's say, we can do... quick math. It'll be another 30 or so days, a little bit less obviously, but like let's say 28 days or so before our season ends. I think we have like 3 or 4 more days after the Phoenix GP before the season ends, and then also all your part stuff gets stopped completely. That means if we now were to build any other parts, I don't think we'd be able to get them to a max level anymore. Yeah, as you can see, we have 8 days for before the Vancouver GP starts. So that's 36 days after the race will be... No, wait, I'm messing that up. Sorry, it's already 42 days after the race. So yeah, that's like 10 days after Phoenix. So I don't think we're going to do anything anymore. I think we're just going to keep upgrading our epic parts. We're going to keep upgrading... I guess we'll start upgrading this one and not bother about this one anymore. Still 43 days though. Alright, actually maybe we do this then for now. Yeah, that's better. Because your next next year's base card, like the base part stats, get based off of your best part. Not the top 2, but your best part. The second part, the only reason I care is because that will be the base part for our second car. But anyway, we can make some quick parts that we want that will immediately be better than even our best part. So I think this is actually better. It will be done then 25 days after the Vancouver GP. That means it's more than good for the end of the season. And then we can still upgrade the other 2 parts if we want to, but we don't care as much about them. So we're going to do this. That guarantees that both these parts will be max level before the season ends. And that will be the base level that we'll be taking into next season. So I'm quite happy about that. All right. Yeah, we're currently in 5th. That is better than our target of 7th. Ooh, there is actually a 40% chance of rain. That should be fun. And apart from that, we don't really care. Yeah, your tire heating is horrible. We know that. We sandbag this season to hopefully do better next season, but we'll have to see. And there we go. All right. Travel to Vancouver. Nothing much exciting going on there. As always, I made sure that the pit crew is good before the next race. We currently have like kind of the sandbag crew, the bad guys, because all our good ones have like slight mistake chances. So not too excited about that. We did alright in Sydney, but I don't think we're going to be doing too well in Rio de Janeiro or Dubai. We did horrible, so I don't think we're going to do too well in this one either. I think I'm cool taking 7th. Obviously, yeah, like I said, we're going to be bleeding money. Unless we take at least some of these performance bonuses, but we'll have to see. Probably going to take 8 Ultra Softs, 4 Supers, as is tradition. Don't need to change up the parts. Gonna have to be a little bit careful. The temperature isn't that high, so it might be hard to conserve our tires, but we'll see how long those Ultras last. At least with Tulipano, it should be pretty easy to make them last, because he has 18 smoothness. Bovsky, I'm not sure. We might have to do a few runs on the Super Softs instead of the Ultras, but, well, we'll find out, won't we? Not a very long track. Well, it is quite a long track, actually. It has a very long pit street. Let's see. All right. Beautiful nature. Nice trees. Let's see how good we can do here. We'll take Tulipano and Farah as is tradition. I think Farah usually has... Something is going on with you, isn't it? Right, check. I think he has like a debuff from something. I don't remember what, but his feedback is usually better, I think. Handling and speed balance, all sort of in the correct state. We're gonna get 7 to 9 probably with Tulipano. Have a look. That does mean maybe it would have been better to just take the supers, to be honest. Oh, 8 to 10. Okay, so that's 9. Ugh. That's iffy for a 2-stopper. Because we need 4 more tire laps from somewhere. So even supers, like ultra super, is still iffy, I think. That's 13 plus 9, 21, plus another 9 is 30. Then we're 1 lap short. Oof. Even Tulipano might need to do like double super. Alright. That's unfortunate. Do we even want to train on Ultras then? Maybe we just train on Super Soft. Because I don't see how we make this work otherwise. So I think we're just going to do Supers then. I should have taken a few more Supers, but I guess it's okay. Anyway, we're running the qualifying on Ultra Soft. But yeah, probably the race will be on Supers. Good, we brought 4 then at least. And let's see how they do. Send them out, bring them in. And there you go. Alright, great downforce, very poor on the tire pressure and tire camber. Means we put you probably like here. You can go a little bit that way, I don't mind. And we'll probably keep the downforce where it is at. Why are we training for qualifying? Go train on the race trim, please. Look at you. You're just bad everywhere. Let's put you quite there in the middle. Handling is somewhat in the correct vicinity. And let's try that way for the good. Same for you. Go in the race trim, please. And in and out once again. Alright. The your handling is still poor. You go the wrong way there? Nope. We just haven't brought it in far enough. Okay. I guess we'll go somewhere like here even. Though we do need to bring your speed balance back a bit. Yeah, there you go. And out you go. And you are now good, excellent, excellent. Were you better off before with your downforce? Nope. Probably a little bit more, but I don't want to mess with those too much, so I think I'm fine just sending you out for now. Go for a long while, and if we can still train a little bit on the ultra softs, we'll definitely do so. But for now, we're gonna just try and get the super softs to tier 3. Bring you in one more time, just to check. Yeah, you're now great, excellent, excellent. That's perfect. Send you out for a long time too. And there you go again. Alright. We're setting some horrible lap times, but that is on old super soft, so makes sense, I suppose. Handling feels awesome. There you go. And okay, bring them in. And we'll start putting them now on the qualifying training and ultras. There you go. And for a long time, and train on some ultras. And Tulipano, are we gonna get the race trim? Who wanted tier 3? No. Oh, there you go. He just about got it. Great. Otherwise, I'd have to send them again out on the race trim. Now I can send them both out on qualifying. Great. There you go. And see if we can still also get some practice going on the ultras and qualifying. Very curious, if it does rain, then still maybe we can make more ultras work, but for now I'm going off the assumption that it won't rain. 40% isn't insanely high. Of course, it's definitely a good chance that it will happen, but yeah, we'll have to see. Either way, it's not like we're fighting for too much anymore this season. Obviously, we want to keep that 5th spot and do better if we can, but looking at the teams above and below us, hopefully we can just keep 5th. I'd be happy with that. As always, we're going to do the qualifying, of course, on the ultra soft tires, and we'll take the qualifying trim. We do have light footed on the super soft, actually, for the Lapano, so it is something we can consider doing. If we take light footed, we might make a 2-stop work with only one super soft. The only problem might be the fuel tank and how much we can make that last for. We'll have to see. Borowski out, then Tulipano out. Give them a little bit of space in between each other. And as always, let the AI handle this minigame. And there they go. Alright. And those are definitely some times, but they are not good times. Alright. Bit as expected. We obviously didn't train much on the ultra soft, so not the greatest times. We can give him some new ultras and try again. We do have the ultras to spare. So let's give him another shot at this. Right now these are not some great times, but especially Tulipano, I'd expect him to do a little bit better. I get Volsky because his car is just crap, but he's not setting good times at all. That was bad. Alright, I don't think we have time to do another lap. We need to do one more out lap first, so that is it, unfortunately. We didn't get any rain that we could have capitalized on. Really bad result, to be honest, and some people are setting better times even still, so... Might be that Tulipano drops a little lower, but doesn't look like it. No, okay. 16th and 20th, really not a good result. Also nowhere near our sponsor objective. Might show already a little bit what's gonna happen in the race, but obviously we do have some strategy there. So let's see what we can do. And always impressed how these people manage to synchronize waving their flag so much. That is true coming together for the greater good. I don't particularly care about fuel economy. I think this is a really powerful perk, or really it's a good perk, but maybe more so when you can't refuel, for example, like in the base rules of the World Motorsport Championship. Not so much here, where refueling is really easy and you do it often anyway. I don't think we're gonna take this. Let's see, how much fuel do we get? Yeah, we get 13 laps, so if we can make these last first 13, that's it, you know? Like, even if we can make the tires last for 15 laps, we wouldn't be able to make the fuel last as long. So I don't think we're gonna do that. So let's talk strategy. Doesn't look like there's gonna be any rain just yet, at least for the first stint. We can make Vohovsky's laps last for about 8 on the ultra softs and 12 on the supers. What are we gonna do then? We have 31 laps to go. If we do, like, let's say 8 plus 12 plus 12, then we should make it. So for Hofse, and we make it with like 1 lap to spare. Because yeah, 8 plus 12 is 20. Plus another 12 is 32. Yeah, I was right. I got confused there for a second by the 9. I don't know why. That is 32, so we have 1 lap to spare. We can't run him too aggressively then, obviously, but it should work out. Tulipano, meanwhile, it's 9 plus 9 is 18 plus 13. I guess it's 31, but this is very icky to make this work. We'd have to be quite conservative. I think we'll run him on the ultras and we'll see. But we might just do 2 super softs and run the super softs more aggressively, to be honest. Either way, we're gonna start both of them on high engine mode for sure. I'm not sure about starting them on... I think we'll do this. Because you're gonna hit your cliff first, so we might as well make it so that you hit your cliff way first. If I put Tulipano to orange, it's gonna be very tricky to get him to not have to pit at the exact same time as Vohovsky. That's why. So I know this is probably gonna cost Tulipano lap time, but I don't really see another way of doing it. Oh, someone went very wide there. Good luck, buddy. Trying to catch back up to the pack. Vohovsky, meanwhile, actually doing quite well, overtaking quite some people, and now pushing up already near Tulipano, who also gained 1 spot because the wolf guy just rammed himself off the course. Yeah, they're actually battling. Alright. We could give team orders, but I think I'm very content actually just letting them race. If Vohovsky can actually get past the guy that is in the same car but in every way better, then I would be very impressed. Since we're on ultra softs, I don't mind running both of their engines quite aggressively for now. Just off of the fact that neither of them is going to use up all their fuel before they need to come pit. So that's fine. Looks like we're both going above 16th, so not a bad start at all. I think we are going to now push back on the tires already. Yeah, we're only halfway into the 2nd lap. I must say though, the temperature worries me already. I mean, that will get better, I guess, when we get more track grip, but even just on yellow, this is already going down quite a bit. So we'll have to see how that holds up. Maybe in a few laps when track grip gets a little bit higher, maybe we'll get a bit of a better temperature regulation. But for now, this is not too great. We'll have to look. As always with the ultras, of course, we have the cliff happening at, what is it, 20%? And now I'm after gonna soft is 10%, super soft is 15, yeah, then ultra soft has to be 20. Alright. I keep forgetting always and I have to count them all backwards to find out which one is which. I think Tulipano there took a very bad corner because Vovsky all of a sudden just caught up. How are our engines holding up? 89% and 100%. Definitely not upset at that at all. Temperature seems to be holding out now. I think that now that we're getting a little bit more track grip, it's starting to sort of level up. Which is good. We've done 3.5 laps now. Need to do, what was it? 8 with Vovsky and 9 with Tulipano. I'm not sure that's gonna happen, to be honest. Because we're gonna have done 4 soon. Yeah, you're behind Tulipano. You should make a move then if you want to get past him. I'm not giving him team orders for something as simple as this. Yeah, and he's in his own fight right now, so let's not bug him. Okay, that is 4 laps for both of our drivers now done. They're both almost at the halfway mark. Obviously, Tulipano has a bit more to spare. We do have a little bit of temperature to play with if we want to bring down our tire usage. Yeah, now we are starting to see some decay on that engine, so I think we're gonna take him back to high. We are only 5 laps in, so I don't want to go too hard on this yet. This is obviously gonna cost us some lap time again, but I do want to bring back that tire wear a little bit. Ideally, we do at least 3 more laps, I guess, with Vovsky. No, we've done 4, so we need to do 4 more with Vovsky. I don't think that's happening, to be honest. But he did have that 1 lap to spare with the super soft. And hopefully, with more track grip, at some point, these temperatures will start working in our favor. Yeah, let's see. Alright, Tulipano is now at the 50% mark. We can do maybe 1 more lap at this conservation mode. But then we do really have to bring him back. You can probably do more. We might even bring you to blue if need be. I want to do at least 2 more laps from here on, which should be possible. Tire is holding out again now. That's okay. Let's not do red for too much early on in the race, if possible. We are steadily climbing. That's quite good. I don't know why Torres Alves is already conserving fuel. You should have more than enough left in your tank, buddy. Started off with like 13 laps worth, but okay. Yeah, we do have to start bringing this gauge back up soon. Do that now. Alright, I think we're doing 1 more lap with Vovsky and that's it. Yeah. But that sucks, because then we're only doing what, like 7 laps? Oof. I guess we said we wanted 8, so 1 lap less isn't the end of the world, especially with the track grip being so low. It's gonna go up, but yeah, we'll have to see. We're definitely bringing you in next lap, because you're hitting your cliff. There's no getting around that. So, well, he's hitting his cliff if we don't bring him in, basically. With 5%, I'm content putting you now to orange. You should also be fine doing 1 more stint. That's gonna bring you to 8 in total. That's also not great, to be honest, but alright, that means we're bringing Vovsky now to the supers as we expected. We have 24 laps remaining, so that is perfect actually. As we will have ideally 24 laps remaining left in our tires. Let's give him all the fuel we can have with the roundup bonus. So we can run a little aggressively, probably put it to orange for the rest of the race. Yeah, that means he can do orange except like for 2 laps or so. That is perfect. Alright. Bring Vovsky in. And Tulipano gets to do 1 more lap. Yeah, and you're... Oh, someone just crashed, but no safety car. Would have been good timing, actually, for Vovsky to get it right now. Not such great timing for Tulipano, potentially, but he still did have to pit, so it could have been alright. This person that crashed, I think she was quite far ahead of us, so... Yeah, she was in, like, probably 3rd. That's not bad at all. 5% left. Yeah, you do need to come in like right now. When you on... Wait, 1 second. Do we get the roundup bonus right now? We do not. Can we get it if we run on blue? Yes, perfect. Okay. 24 laps remaining. I don't think we're... Since we lost a lap on these ultras, I don't think we can make 2 or 1 more ultra work, because we get like 9 if we run really conservatively. No, we're not doing that. It just means we can run maybe the supers a little bit more aggressively than otherwise. Alright, we get the roundup bonus there as well. Obviously we don't need to fix anything. And let's get you in there. Yeah, I would have loved to do 2 ultra softs, but anyway, we picked a bonus for our super softs, and I think that worked out well enough in the end. We knew we would probably have to if we wanted to do a 2-stopper. Alternative is of course to do 3 stops, but with how long this pit wall is, I don't fancy doing that, to be honest. That would take quite a while. Alright, Tulipano coming out. He's probably getting out behind Kowalski, actually. Or, no, right ahead. Okay, well, good for you. So that means both our pit stops happened about as quickly as each other. And let's see how we get out when all these other people are coming into pit. Probably we're not going to be overtaking many people. Earliest person is, what, like 17 seconds ahead of us? 16? That probably needs to pit. I mean, are you even pitting? No, you're not. Alright. We might be overtaking these guys once they finally do pit, because they are having some probably quite slow lap times right now. I can imagine we'll overtake them. Alright, we overtook a few people here. But we're kind of just off where we started off when we started pitting. Didn't gain any spots, didn't lose many either, I don't think. That is also, of course, with Clark here crashing out. I think they're sort of part of a mid-table team. I don't know. Were you part of? Clark Smith. Oh, she was in 5th actually in the standings, so she was quite a competitor. I guess that's good for us that she went out, though you never want to see someone crash, even in a video game. Let's see. Who do we pass in the pit? You probably, yeah. Not with Wofsky, but we did with Tulipano at least. So we gained, I think, 2 spots for Tulipano and 1 for Wofsky, maybe. Not too bad. About a 3-second gap between us and Kanjiro over there, though he is on faster tires. And he's also running them more aggressively. We can run a little aggressive on Tulipano, I suppose. Not so much on Wofsky. He needs to make those 12 laps work. So that means we're going to conserve him for a little while, I think, now. On the fuel, I don't mind running it for too much longer. We have 20 laps remaining. Ideally, we need to do 8 more than with Wofsky, which should be possible. It just means we have to run him on medium with about 2 laps to spare to save that last 0.2 on fuel. For you, we can probably run you out almost on orange. I don't particularly care. Well, no, not really. Because if we're gonna do 8 for you, you need to do 9, otherwise we have a problem. On the other hand, do we really care about Wofsky? I mean, Tulipano is the one that can actually get a result. Yeah. If we're gonna get someone in the sponsor objective, it will obviously be Tulipano. Yeah, we're gonna gain another spot on the graph there. So we might just take Wofsky in 1 earlier. And then we could try to actually... maybe at the very end we could try for him to take the fastest lap again, like last race. Obviously this time there isn't the conditions with the weather. Last time he was the only one on slicks to attempt it. We could just give him like 2 laps worth of fuel, slap on some ultra softs. He'd have a very empty tank and he could try to go for the best lap on very fresh tires. We'll see. We'll see what we do. For now, I think... Because I think we kind of closed that opportunity window when we started burning at orange level. I don't think we're going to make that anymore. We do need to bring the temperature down a little bit. Track grip going up. The temperature is also slowly climbing, so that sort of explains that. Our gap between us and Kanjiro is now about 2.5 seconds. Still about the 3 seconds that we had before, but we are Being a little bit more conservative now with the tires. So that might cost us a bit of time, but let's see. Oh, someone just crashed again. That's again just a yellow flag. That is going to get us a spot because it was Vidal who was in first. Very unfortunate for you. I don't know what you did there because that was just a long straight. I guess your brakes malfunctioned or something, but good for us. That is going to get us into the sponsor objective. Also, Monroe just pitted, but that is already the second pit stop. They might do a 3-stopper, whereas we're going, of course, for the 2-stop. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to shake out. I think we're going to go... We're going to do this for now and see how this... Once the next next round happens, we're going to see. One more lap, will be in 16 remaining. There you go, Tulipano. You're now in 5th, but some people are pitting their 2nd time already, so that makes sense. I mean, ideally we need 13 laps, right? That is the minimum, so he needs to pit in 3 laps or later. For you... You probably need to pit in 4 laps or later. Is the problem? Yeah, because we can only make yours last for, like, let's say 12 laps. I mean, theoretically, Volkovsky is right now in the sponsor objective. He's even sort of in the contention for points, but he's 5 seconds behind 6th. And he's getting pushed by someone already behind him. I don't want to be mean to Volkovsky, but I feel like we're just going to sacrifice him again. And just get Tulipano at least in the points. Because the other way around, let's say we can make him last for 4 laps, which is what he needs just to get those 12 laps on his last stint, right? He can make 12 laps work. We have 16 remaining. He needs to do 4 more on these super softs, and I don't think he's making that. So I feel like we're just going to make Volkovsky do a 3-stopper. Probably give him 2 sets of ultra softs, and way at the very end, we'll try and go for fastest lap. Maybe we'll even put him on another set of supers. Yeah, we'll do another set of supers, and then with the last 3 laps or so, we'll try and go for an ultra soft fastest lap. So that means we're just only going to be focusing on Tulipano actually. So just bring up those fireware. It's completely fine. Start burning the fuel. Means we're going to be doing, let's say, at most 4 more laps on Tulipano. I think 4 more should be okay. It means we might need to conserve a little bit more on the tires, because at 15% these are gonna hit their cliff. Don't want to hit that too early. Probably in 2 laps we're just gonna bring Volkovsky in, put him on another set of supers, and then at the very end we're gonna try and make a go at the fastest lap bonus, because that is 2 points. That is very significant. I think in the current standings, yeah, Tulipano would be earning 2 points just for getting 5th. Volkovsky is obviously not getting to 6th or 5th, barring a miracle or like more crashes or whatever. But I think I'm very content with doing this. Back grip going up. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain, unless it's at the very end. So that's okay. Let me put you back to yellow for now. Are we bringing you in this lap or the next one? Probably this lap, honestly. Let's put you in for some supers. Give you all the fuel. So at least get you a roundup bonus. Even though we're disregarding you, doesn't mean we have to do you this dirty. Yeah. There you go. Give you the full tank. Put some brand new supers on you. And in and out. I think that's okay. That should be perfectly fine. Obviously, we're going to cost him a lot of time by doing this, but... Like, normally I'd never advise to do this, but with only top 6 being points, we probably have a better shot at making more points. Another crash. Rick de Graaf, he was probably quite... Yeah, it was number 14, so that didn't do anything for us. Sorry, buddy. Back to what I was saying, yeah. So with top 6 in points, we probably have a better shot at making some points from Volkovsky, just getting the fastest lap bonus, or at least a shot at it. Because... Yeah, I don't see him getting 6th, so... And I also don't want to ruin Tulipano's chances of getting 6th. right now we can probably pit. We can do one more lap out of this, I think. We might need to bring your tires back a little bit. But I think I'm okay with this. We do want to burn your fuel a little bit more, I think. That's okay. Yeah, we're gonna do one more lap, probably just on blue. Burn all the fuel we can. And then we'll do a last stint also again on supers, I think. Yeah, you're seeing some tire wear. That makes perfect sense. I'm bringing back now to yellow. That should be perfectly fine. Bovsky up in 12. So far this hasn't cost him too much yet, but we are of course bringing him in one more time. Alright. Get you on your last stint. We have 12 laps remaining after this, so that means we have one lap to work with on the tires, and we also have one spare lap to work with on the fuel. Means we can run out pretty much on orange fuel and probably on, let's say, like a little bit of orange on the tire, but for now we'll probably just run yellow for quite a while. How are we gonna get out? Ahead of you? No. You're leaving already. Makes sense. Alright, so let's run like this for quite a while and then we'll see. Alright, out in 11th. A lot of people still need to pit. Not sure who we're gonna get out ahead of. With 11 laps to go, theoretically these guys could do only one more stop. Just depends on whether they're gonna go for ultra softs or super soft. Probably supers, I guess, and then just do a one stop. For example, Piaget. Probably going to supers. Taking quite a while. Yeah, there you go. So all of these guys probably just doing supers. We might get out ahead of at least like 3-4 of them. At least all these guys, yeah. So that is back up to 8. We'll probably also get out ahead of Monroe and Ingledew, because that's only like a 6 and 7 second gap. Yeah, since they're doing a 3-stop, that's obviously going to cost them a little bit. That's why we're opting for the 2-stopper here, obviously. We're definitely not overtaking Margate and Kanjuro, because Margate is already now going into the pits. Kanjuro probably as well. Yep, there you go. I don't think we'll be overtaking either of them unless they have a horrible pit crew. You are being investigated for something, so that's in... Nah, you were found to be fine. Kanjuro might actually overtake you. Yeah, we are? Barely. Okay. Nice. I think Kanjuro was also the one behind us, so he did catch up a little bit. And he is on fresher tires, but... Well, I think we can also push a little bit on our tires if we need to. I would rather not, obviously, but... if need be, we can. 2-second gap. Let's see how that holds up. Yeah, now Ingledew is also coming in. Means we're in 5th provisionally. And how are you? Yeah, he is really ruining his tires, the Kanjuro guy. Would also like to do that, but I also don't wanna... I don't wanna destroy our tires too harshly if we can. Let's keep that for if we need to defend, I suppose, but he is catching up slowly here. Only about 1.2 seconds now left, and we had 2 before, so 1 now. Ooh. Okay, let's try and defend for a little bit, but we might need to just let him go if push comes to shove. Yeah, he's on red. He's attacking fiercely. Like 6 laps left? 7? What was it? 8. Ooh, no, okay, we're not defending this. We already have way less tire life in us than he does, so yeah. With 7 laps left, I'm not defending at 65%. Sorry to Lopano, you're not gonna get the support you need, unfortunately. You'll have to make do with this. 0.8 seconds. He's gaining on us on the straights by a lot. 0.7, 0.9. Oh, this will just have to be down to driver skill. Lopano, you're gonna have to. Virtual safety car. Okay, that is interesting. It just sucks that both our drive. Oh, I I didn't notice it was our driver that crashed. Swarovski, come on, man. Just because I sacrificed you a little bit doesn't mean you couldn't have gone for the fastest lap. That's it's like, oh, that's a very good like timing for us. But oh, shame we both passed the pit lane. Then I saw Swarovski's icon being quite far away from the track actually. So I think that's our first crash this season. So not too bad, I suppose, but shame. At least it's not the driver that is out of the points. Question is, do we pit? I don't think we do. I think we use this as an opportunity to conserve our... Yeah, that was pathetic. It's alright, Volsky, don't be so hard on yourself. We kind of did sacrifice you. You've not complained about that all season, so... Honestly, I can't be too upset at that. Yeah, the safety car is going to end before we even get to the pit straight, so... Let's just... We'll treat this as like half of a lap where we got to conserve our resources a little bit, and now we'll push immediately back. I think this sort of made it so that we can run out almost on orange for the rest of the race. At least on the fuel, probably not on the tires. We'll need to be conservative with those. What happened on Kanjuro's restart? Wait, what? What did you do? Did you forget that you have a guest paddle? We were like 2 seconds ahead of you and now it's like, what? 3, 4? What happened to you, buddy? Alright, well, we'll take those 3 seconds for sure. I guess he just started like very late. Interesting. Alright. That does give us some breathing space. It means I can bring back the tire pushing a little bit, and hopefully that leaves us a bit more for the end of the race. Definitely not looking to challenge 4th. I don't see how that's going to be possible for us. Maybe Romeo might hit the cliff with 5 laps left. Honestly, he might. He's not really conserving his tires either. Might mean that he has to come in. He's very close to his... He's like 1 lap off of his cliff, I think. Yeah, we might overtake Romeo there for sure, but... Yeah, I don't know what Kanjuro's doing. She lost a full, like... She was like 0.8 seconds behind us. Now it's 3 seconds, so she had a horrible restart after that virtual safety car. Very nice for us, at the very least. Our tires should hold up, but I am gonna start conserving a little, just to be sure. We need to make these last till 15%. With 4 laps remaining. Let's be a little bit on the safe side, especially since we got... Yeah, there you go. Romeo needed to go in the pit. That actually gets us 4th provisionally. Very nice. Question is, can we keep Kanjuro behind? Still about a 3-second gap, but she's gaining a little bit now because... Oh, she's actually being more conservative than us. Interesting. Alright. I guess she wants to make her tires. Well, you should be fine on that. Like, you have half of a tire left, honestly. Huh. Alright. Well, we'll take that. Let's see if we can keep this lead. Only have to worry now about Tulipano since Verhovsky decided to headbutt the wall. There he is, having fun in the pit straight. Shame because I would have loved trying to go again for the fastest lap bonus, but if we can get 4th with Tulipano, I would not be opposed to that at all. We have about 20% left in our tires with 3 laps to go, well 2.5 now. Probably means we can go to yellow soon-ish. We kind of need to because I feel like she's pushing up on us. Yeah, she's gone back from the blue mode. Means we have to hold on for 2 laps, basically. We cannot be running on orange anymore. Pretty much yellow is going to be perfect. That means we're all out of resources to give. Oh, someone else also just pitted. Piaget also went in the pits. That is very unfortunate for them. That is actually a podium up for grabs now for Tulipano. If Navarro also pits next round, that could be very interesting. We do need to really start conserving these tires. 2 seconds. 3. It's still 3 seconds actually, the gap. It looks a lot closer than it really is. I think we're just gonna try and go out on conserve. I really don't want to hit the cliff. That's way worse than anything else we could possibly be doing. Navarro probably is hitting his cliff right now. I think we're gaining on him. I'm not sure it's enough, because there's only one lap left. Nah, he hasn't hit his cliff yet, or if he has, it's not costing him too much, to be honest. 7 seconds is too much of a gap to make up there. We have 2.5 seconds. I think we're just gonna run out on conservative. We can give a little bit of extra fuel. 4% left before we hit our cliff. Should be okay to go like orange now, or yellow. Fuel looking fine. Gonna run out just about, and all right. That is a podium that wasn't looking very likely at the start there. I think we had our strategy figured out, right? Really trying to push for that 2-stopper, despite then not really making use of the ultra softs too much. In the end, we didn't get any rain near the end. Unfortunately, Vovsky crashed out, but Tulipano getting a 3rd place is very nice. Unexpected, otherwise I would have obviously picked a better sponsor objective. Right now we're only going to get 300,000 for this. But it is very nice to finish on a podium here, even with a car that isn't too great. I think we picked a good strategy, and at the end here, Romeo and Piaget really messed themselves up by not conserving their tires enough, which made them have to have a 3-stopper. I think if they pushed a bit less during that last stint, they would have definitely been able to make it just like we did, but obviously they didn't. So very nice for us. I was looking at a top 5, so getting a podium here is very nice. Let's see, are we gonna get any bonuses from the GMA doing anything? Oh, almost. 10-second penalty. I think we needed like maybe a 15-second penalty. I don't even know if those are given out that easily. All right, well, almost got second there of that penalty, but 4 points is definitely very nice. Also getting our sponsor objective, really great. Very happy about that. A nice little podium for Tulipano there. He gets to drink some champagne this weekend. And that actually puts him now into 6th overall on the driver rankings. So that is actually very good. In terms of team standings, it didn't do too much for us. Obviously, we're still in 5th, as you can see. We are only 3 points behind Esperit now, though, because they didn't have a good race, I suppose. McNeil over here is now 8 points behind us. So I think this is somewhat similar. But very good on getting closer to Esperi. I would love to hold on to 5th, but if we can somehow push for 4th right at the end of the season, that would be very cool. Predator Racing Group, I have painted my bedroom the same colors as your car. Other halves not at happy. That kind of just makes me want to change the colors of our car for next season, just so this guy is going to have to repaint his whole bedroom. But let's see. What is everyone saying about our result? Margate was silky smooth today. Very strong showing from Tulipano. Yeah, I would agree with that. Very nice. All right, yeah, an unexpected podium, but a very good result for Tulipano. And imagine then what he can do if he actually gets a good car to work with. Right now, our car is pretty mediocre. At least his is. Fovsky's car is horrible, but he has a pretty good car. What happened to you? Cracked rib. Ooh, sorry, buddy. I guess that ramming into the wall actually cost you quite a bit. That is -8 cornering and -8 fitness. That actually gives us a valid excuse to use Farah for the next race. Not because he's a good driver, but since he is a pay driver. That would actually give us an additional like 200,000 just for using him in the race as well. So that could be fun. Probably we'll use Farah then for the season ender. And Volsky can actually nurture those cracked ribs back to health. All right, 700,000 is costing us because we don't have any fixed sponsor payments coming in. That makes perfect sense, but I still think we picked correctly. And it should be fine either way. We have a lot of extra cash to work with. And we're also obviously still going to get the season end finances, as you can see. Prize fund here is 250 million to be divided amongst the teams. Here it was only 125, so we're going to get about double of what we were getting before. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, because obviously if you just divided it amongst the 10 teams, everyone would get 25 million. In our case, since we're 5th, there is high merit payments, but I think that's more for the top teams. I'm not sure. Well, it'll be interesting to see what we're going to get. I don't know the exact formula or how it's calculated, what you're going to get, but that'll be cool to see. All right. I hope you enjoyed today's race. I think we got a very good result there. Getting a podium is always nice. Tulipano putting up some really solid numbers for us. So far, he's gotten 4 podiums, 3 third places, and 1 second place. It makes me really want to keep him for next season. Volhovsky, I'm not too sure about. He's great, but his smoothness stat is kind of horrible. And that is, for me, very important, especially with driver aids being active. His skills don't matter so much to me as his smoothness stat does, because that can save us another round of tire wear per stint. So leaning towards not renewing Volhovsky and renewing Tulipano here. Also because Tulipano has the best marketability right now. It's also because he's media trained, whereas Volhovsky is at 82%. It's a little bit lower. Doesn't matter too much, but it would be nice to have someone a little bit better than Volhovsky. On the other hand, he is also cheaper. So we'll have to see what we do. I think we might renew Tulipano and then look for someone better for Volhovsky, but I'm not sure about that yet. So let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear you guys' opinions. And for now, I think that is more than enough. I hope you join me next episode in the season ender. Obviously, we're not going to be promoting. We don't have the points for that, but I think it will be a nice race to do anyway in good old Phoenix. And that should be a lot of fun. For now, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I want to thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.